Hi, I'm Cole Easterday. I was part of the team, The Listeners, which did the company Spotify. And my question that I did or wanted to research was, does an exclusive partner make Spotify a more attractive company to listen to your music on? So the opportunity was, by adding exclusive partners to include in the service or by creating a bundle, will this help Spotify gain more customers? And my questions that I wanted to answer, or research questions that I wanted to answer, is do bundle users actually use their bundle? What kind of companies would customers want to see Spotify engaging in, certain companies or industries? And finally, how much would customers feel like paying per month for more bundles? The secondary data that I found on the internet was Spotify currently partners with Hulu to bring both services to users for $9.99 a month for non-students and $4.99 a month for current students. In 2019 alone, Spotify partnered with companies in the US, UK, France, Australia, and Brazil, which brought Spotify's users to almost 250 million across 79 markets worldwide. In our focus group, the main findings were that many agreed that partnering with a renowned music company such as Rolling Stone, Complex, Pitchfork, Pigeon and Plains would be a feature that would enhance their Spotify experience. While all respondents already had Spotify Premium, they all seem in agreement that a student or a corporate discount would make their switch to Premium and use a bundle much more or easier and quicker. The surprise finding that we found was that it was very, very apparent that Spotify was much more preferred than Apple Music over any other competitor, even though people within our focus group only had Spotify. Some of them also had other services before, such as Apple Music or Pandora or YouTube, and they are very adamant about Spotify being their preferred one. In the descriptive statistics, I ran some frequency analysis. The first one being, if you buy Spotify in a bundle, how often do you use it? Almost 40% of people said I use them either both equally or I use Spotify a little more than the other bundled item. 30% say they don't buy a bundle, so this kind of makes this 40% look a little bit better than it really is. And we also asked the question, which of these music news companies would you like Spotify to partner with to enhance their service? The top three were Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, and Complex, and Rolling Stone had about 34% of all respondents. Now it's the hypothesis testing. First ran how much would you be willing to pay per month for other bundles. Ran this between male and female, and the mean came out to be about almost 8.5, give or take, dollars per month. And as you can see on the right of this bar chart, most people are willing to pay roughly between $5 and $15 per month for more bundles or bundles that they like. Also ran a correlation between age and how much they'd be willing to pay for other bundles. The correlation came back weak at 0.248, but there is significance between age and how much people are willing to pay for a bundle. So if you're older, you are much more willing to pay more for a bundle. And within the independent samples test, there was no significance. And now onto the regression model. It showed an R-squared of 0.063. There was significance between how much you'd be willing to pay per month and age, as we can see, with a significance of 0.016. So we could be 95% sure of this significance, but there was no significance within gender, whether you were a male or a female. It did not make a difference between how much you paid. And now to conclude, I'll answer each of my questions. So the first one being, do bundle users actually use the bundle? Like I said before, about 40% of users use the bundles equally or use Spotify just slightly more, but they still use the bundle. What kind of companies would customers want to see Spotify engaging in? Between our focus group and our survey, respondents wanted additions such as music news companies, like we said. Rolling Stone had 34% of the respondents. There was also other services mentioned, such as people wanting Netflix, airlines to be added to it, or even like Uber and Lyft. to be added as a bundle. How much would customers feel like paying per month for more bundles? Like I said earlier, the average was around $8, with the low end being $5 and the high end being $15 per month. So my recommendation comes out to being, target service companies that users would frequently use, such as television like Hulu, Netflix, or food/transportation services such as Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, and be able to offer a bundle costing between $5 and $15 per month. So Spotify can collaborate with these different companies and be able to come up with like two services and a price point which customers just cannot pass up on. And so that is my conclusion recommendation for Spotify in terms of how they have exclusive partnerships to enhance enhance the customer experience and have more people come over to Spotify in general. Thank you.